Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog, and we got to talk about Myles Turner. And the reason we got to talk about Myles Turner is because, well, he's like the X factor to this team this year. I know everyone's like, oh, well, you know, it's Ben Mathurin, it's Bruce Brown. No, the X factor to this team this year is Myles Turner. And the reason I'm going to say that is because Myles Turner is the difference between this team finishing as like a top-seeded team in the East and finishing as like a play-in team or a 7th seed in the East. Now, Myles Turner did come out and basically guarantee us an All-Star appearance. Obviously, the All-Star game is in Indiana this year, and Myles Turner came out and said, like, you can guarantee that I'll be there at the All-Star game. Now, the only reason I could think that he would say something like this is he's guaranteeing an All-Star appearance, because why in the world would you guarantee that you're going to be there just to sit on the fucking bench? It's kind of stupid. It doesn't really make much sense. It's just... If Myles Turner is going to be an All-Star, he pretty much has to average like 24 and 12. You can't do 17 and 8. It's not going to happen with 17 and 8. I don't care what anybody says. The problem with Myles is Myles is a guy that, like, everyone's been wondering why I'm on, like, the Myles Turner trade. Like, why am I one of those people? It's like I'm on the trade Myles Turner train, essentially. And the reason I am is because he's the thing holding this team back. I know that there's a lot of people who would disagree with that, but literally it's like we're paying him to be our center, and he's a guy that for 8 years now we've been waiting for him to take that second step forward, and he hasn't done that. You know, everyone's like, oh, he had a career year last year. He's 17 and 8. Yeah, well, you know what the problem is? Like, the only reason he averaged 17 and 8 is because we have a point guard that's like drawing everybody else away from him. It's not like he put up 17 and 8 because he got better. No, he got better putting up 17 and 8 by being like, you know, the victim of a good situation. Okay? It's not because Myles became a better interior scorer or a better rebounder, or, you know, it's not because he got better at anything. It's because he was just victim of circumstance. And I was telling people this offseason, like, yeah, if Myles did 17 and 8 last year, guess what he's going to do this year? 17 and 8, because he never improves anything. So the idea that he came out and guaranteed us an All-Star appearance, it's like, okay, well, now you got to deliver on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do 24 and 12, or at least 20 and 12, maybe 22 and 12. You know, if he could even do 22 and 11, that's an improvement. The thing is, like, if Myles can do that, this team will be very good. But that's if. That's my problem with the whole thing. That's my problem with Myles Turner. That's my problem with the team. Is everything revolves around like Tyrese Halliburton and Myles Turner has not pulled his weight. Myles Turner doesn't seem like a guy who wants to improve. You know, granted, he's guaranteeing us an All-Star appearance this year. He's like, oh, I guarantee I'll be there. Okay, well, you know, we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. But the thing is, if Myles can deliver on that promise, right? Like, let's just speak hypothetically for a moment. If Myles can deliver on that promise, we're going to be a very good basketball team. Like, a very good team. And so good that at a point, like, you might actually be able to land, like, a guy like Paul George in free agency, or a wing, which you so desperately need, you know, like, or we trade for OG Anunoby at the trade deadline, something like that, right? But the thing is, like, even without Buddy Hield and TJ McConnell, like, if we can trade them and grab somebody good at the trade deadline, or obviously I think Buddy Hield's going to get traded before the season starts, but it's just the idea, like, Myles Turner is the X factor. You know, he's the difference between us being a bad team and a good team, and more often than not, he never delivers. You know, so I'm hoping he delivers, because if he delivers, not only will we be a good playoff team, we'll be a good basketball team. We might even make a deep run in the playoffs if he turns a new leaf this year and becomes like a 20 and 12 guy. But I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at on it. And if he can do that for just one season, average 20 and 12 or 24 and 12, then you'll get you might be able to land a free agent. Like the days of not being able to land high quality free agents will probably be gone. Because at that point you're one piece away. If Myles can average 20 and 12 and Tyrese Halliburton keeps doing what he's doing, Ben Mathurin keeps doing what he's doing, like if everybody just keeps doing what they're doing and Myles just improves, our team's gonna be scary good. So that's kind of where I'm at on the whole thing. It's just like, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm cautiously optimistic about this because Myles comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I'm improving on this. I'm improving." I never fucking see it. I know there's fans that love Myles, but the thing is, like, Myles is one of those guys. Everyone's like, they love him because he blocks shots. Everyone thinks he needs to be a defensive player of the year candidate every year. And blocked shots does not mean that you're a good defender. Like, I hate to say that. Like, just because you block shots doesn't mean you're good at preventing anybody from actually scoring. Okay? Because you average 3 blocks a game, and it kind of cancels itself out if you block 3 shots a game but you don't score. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Myles could block 3 shots a game and average 20 and 12, we would have no problem landing another free agent. We would have no problem landing free agents because Tyrese Halliburton's already amazing. If Myles can block 3 shots a game and average like 24 and 12, I know that's asking a lot. That's a big ask, but if he could do that, we would not have any problems landing free agents. Okay? We have Andrew Nembhard, we have Ben Mathurin, Bruce Brown, we still have Aaron Nesmith, like we still got TJ McConnell. Like, we're a deep basketball team. We have Obi Toppin, Jarris Walker. Like, we're a deep basketball team getting ready to do something spectacular. But, if you look at the Pacers, like, Myles is the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a free agent and Myles is averaging 17 and 8 and Tyrese Halliburton's backpacking the team, do you want to go there? No. But if Myles is pulling his weight, doing 24 and 12, blocking 3 shots a game and shit, and Tyrese Halliburton's going off, suddenly you can say, hey, if I go there, we could make a championship run. You know what I'm saying? Granted, even with one good year underneath Myles' belt, like a crazy year like that, I don't know if I would trust it in the playoffs. Because Myles tends to shrink in moments when he has to play against Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic or really anybody fucking competent at the center position, it seems. Anybody who plays the center position like a traditional center. I mean, fuck, Ivanka Zubac got, a 20-20 on him last year. Nick Richards had a game that he went crazy against him. So, it's just the idea, man. Like, if Myles can do it, then we're going to be a fun, exciting team. And, Obi Toppin's a guy I'm looking at this year. You know what I'm saying? But, like honestly, it's crazy to say this, but, like, Myles playing good this year is the difference between maybe landing Paul George in free agency and maybe not landing Paul George in free agency. Because as much as people hate Paul George is the type of player we need in order to, like, really send this team over the top. And, it's a difference between saying, it's really workload, if anything. It's like, if you have Tyrese Halliburton and Myles Turner, and Myles Turner's pulling his weight, grabbing boards, scoring points, blocking shots, then you can plug in a Paul George and say, okay, we can make a championship run. But if Myles can't do that, you have almost no shot at getting Paul George, because then it's like, okay, well, they're still a piece away. Or even if they get me, they're still a piece away. And that's the problem. That's why I've been advocating to trade Myles Turner for so long, is the idea that 17 and 8's not getting it done. Not at the center position. And, I know there's people who make an argument that he's a top 10 center in the league. I'd argue he's maybe 11th out of the top 10. There's a lot of centers that I think are actually better than him, but even like playing against guys like Bam Adebayo, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, fuck Steven Adams, like, he gets his lunch eaten a lot. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what this season brings, but, Myles is the guy to watch this year. Unfortunately, it's like he's either going to play good or he's going to play average, and if he plays average, then we're going to be one of those teams that's like a 7th or 8th seed, maybe a 6th seed at the highest, but if he plays out of his fucking mind, we could be in the top 5. So, really, really a weird season, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like, helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.